Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Shovel Knight. Last time, we went through the Tower of Fate's entrance and fought Black Knight again. And today, we're going to go to the Tower of Fate Ascent and keep climbing up to our destiny. There is a reason I do have the 1-8 plate equipped instead of the Dynamo Mail, but we will get to that later. So this level starts underwater, meaning I enjoy it because I love the underwater sections in Shovel Knight. I love the floaty physics of platforms like this where you jump higher. And I didn't praise the music in the Tower of Fate before. The first Tower of Fate level, the entrance, had a fantastic musical track. It built up well, and this builds up even better to the final level. This is the finale of Let's Play Shovel Knight, by the way, so we're going to finish the story today. There are going to be 2 bonus episodes. I like to mention these before the finale occurs, because people know what to expect, I suppose. But there will be 2 bonus episodes, and again, there are the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Xbox exclusive items that I'm not going to be able to talk about because I don't own those versions and have no way to get footage from them without just kind of stealing them from other people, I guess, which I could do. If anyone would like to give footage of that, I'd give credit, but I don't expect them. I expect you to. But yeah, I can't really cover that right now because I can't record footage for that. It's kind of like the Xbox, the PS2 version of Okami. I'd love to cover it, but I kind of can't, so I can't. But this level was actually really fun. Really, it's not that difficult, but it's done really well. The music's great. It looks amazing. It's a nice test again of everything you've learned throughout the game. And it really is a fantastic final level. It's something I praise in something like the Waku Shrine of Okami, as well as the final boss of Okami, that it's something that uses everything you've learned throughout the game in some manner, and it's just a true test of your skill. And that's something that is a perfect final boss, or final area, in my opinion. We have the rainbow thing here, by the way, which it's still a mechanic I really love, even if it's not perfect for Shovel Knight's mechanics. Usually relics can get you around that. The whole, not fitting Shovel Knight's mechanics thing. Like here, just use the throwing anchor, deal with that guy. We are gonna let this up because we need to fish here. I don't actually remember exactly what's here. I think it's just money. Also, it might bounce off of the rainbow thing and get... Nope, it's the thing. I went back and got 2 I-Core renewals, so can't really use the tropical fish, unfortunately. I kind of wish there was a background here, I'm gonna be honest. Something about Shovel Knight I love is that most 8-bit games couldn't have a background beyond just a black one, which, that's kind of why Mario was so special. It actually had backgrounds that weren't just black, black voids, I suppose. This one kind of doesn't. It has chains and outline. Okay, here we go. Cool, cool looking candles, nice brick pattern. This is what I'm talking about. This is the background I like. I believe I used this part actually right here in the channel trailer. A lot of parts that are memorable in this game that I can use for videos like that. Like Yacht Club Games, the developers must have had such an easy time making the trailers for this game because they could use any part of the game for the trailer. It's all exciting. That is such a good job. I really would like them to do more than Shovel Knight. Right now I think they're just focusing on the Shovel Knight DLC, unfortunately. But I really would like for them to focus on more games than just the Shovel Knight game and its DLC. Hopefully they will. Well, eventually I think they will branch off to that. They're a very well-known developer now since Shovel Knight did so well, especially if Shovel Knight gets into Smash. This is being recorded before E3. So if Shovel Knight gets announced at E3, hype, dude. It's fucking hype. So excited. Even if he again, I don't think they'll do Shovel Knight. Not because he'd be a bad choice or they think it's a bad choice, but because they'll probably save the highest voted characters for the next Smash Brothers game instead of this one because I need bigger names for that. That's what I'm thinking. I might be wrong. I hope I'm not, or I hope I am because I watch Shovel Knight now. But yeah, we'll see. But falling down this pit, oh, this is a bit awkward. Oh, now this is rich. Who let this peasant in here to spoil our sumptuous supper? Hardly surprised that you've yet again set foot where you don't belong. We should punish you. You're in deep now. We want a rematch. My new plans have no flaws. You can't win this time. A battle royale then? Marvelous. Who will go first? Pass the salt. Oh, I love that. The order of these guys that you'll fight is random, but in that sense, it is a boss rush. Not the most exciting thing. I kind of wish they had done not a boss rush. To be fair, I think the bosses in this game are really fun, and I think they could get away with this because it is fun. But the bosses haven't really changed at all, as far as I can tell. They're pretty much the same strategies, they fight the same way. And the bosses, again, are fun. Tinker Knight's really easy, but he's fun. But boss rush is kind of a generic thing. I know they're kind of modeling things after Mega Man right now, and you know, Mega Man always has a boss rush. The X games and Zero games even have boss rushes, but yeah, I kind of wish they had been a bit more original, I suppose. We got Polar Knight up. I guess he just wants a rematch because, you know, he is our friend and all. And we don't have much of our magic. We have a few shots with Flare on. You know, like 4 uses of Dust Knuckles we choose to use them, but eh. So a lot of the bosses can be taken down with straight up brute force. Yeah, use your boots to get through. Use the boot. Yeah, I'm not gonna make that reference, God. Although, there is a new Star Fox game coming out. So, you know, I could be relevant. But that's Polar Knight done. Who's up next? Plague Knight, alright. Very different scenery than Plague Knight's original battle. Every 2 battles, I believe, will give you the big gold canister. That's a weird word to use. It'll give you a lot of gold. Gold. Fucking magic. There we go. It won't give you any gold. Maybe. I don't know, maybe it does. We'll have to pay attention when we defeat Plague Knight. I could use the Icorp Renewal, but I don't really see the point right now, considering we are high on health, and we can probably just take this guy down with a bit of patience. If you get down here so I can hit you with a charge shot, bloody hell. Dynamo Mail will be really helpful here, so I can actually like just poke off him and then hit him, but I opted for the Ornate Plate because of reasons that we will get into fairly soon, actually. But, yeah, that's Plague Knight down. We didn't get money from that, by the way. I realize. So. Will we see your trumpet attack this time around? Probably not, because you're still really easy to beat, even without Dynamo Mail. I guess, you know, boss rushes do show, you know, how far you've come, and it really does show exactly how much these upgrades can help, especially the Dynamo Mail and all your health upgrades and all that. Yep, here's his confetti attack. He will basically summon confetti to fall on you, and that will hurt you. It's not actually that hard to avoid, but he has that move. We got Treasure Knight now. I don't know where the treasure is coming from, where the water came from. I guess it is raining outside. Maybe it came from the rain. And to me, it's kind of stormy outside right now in real life, too. So, Shovel Knight is predicting the future of my recordings, clearly. My recording situations, I should say. The setting in which I record is a rainy outside of house. That was a sentence. I apologize, that wasn't a good one, but it was a sentence. So this chest, we saw this, I believe, before. It'll just drag you in. You can probably land a hit, even while it's dragging you in. None of the bosses are that difficult, except... Who's the hardest? Probably Spectre Knight? Spectre Knight or Plague Knight, so we're basically past the worst of it. Because Propeller Knight is pretty easy, speaking of. Mole Knight's pretty easy. Tinker Knight is a joke. I'm gonna use the Icorp Renewal and Propeller Daggle. Now, because as we saw during the normal Propeller Dagger fight, we are completely destroying him. He's at 2.5 health now, and we can probably just finish him off with the throwing anchor now. Yep, there he goes. He just now got to drop bombs. Alright, Mole Knight up next. Nope, Tinker Knight, alright. So he'll start off the same way, where he will store a wrench and fall. Just use the mobile gear, well, we actually got hit, and finish that phase off. I love that the mobile gear just kills him in one hit. But now, it's good to just, you know... Again, I think the Tinker Tank is just still really easy. I don't really... It's imposing, and it's definitely the biggest boss in the game, but... Well, yeah, it's definitely the biggest boss in the game. Even past the final boss we'll get to. I mean, I'm having trouble getting up there, but it's not really hurting me. I don't know, Tinker Knight just isn't a challenge no matter how you look at him. I guess it's... You can't really use the throwing anchor on this phase because he has a... He shields it, he blocks the throwing anchor before it reaches Tinker Knight himself, but like, you don't really need to use it. You can also bounce off those Bald Soul Shoot to get up here, but with that, Tinker Knight's down, we only have Mole Knight up. Now let's go ahead and use our Icorp Renewal, even if we're off screen. And get the Dust Knuckles ready. This probably would have given us magic anyway, it didn't, wow. Okay. So having the Charge Blade against Mole Knight is actually really good because you can see where he's coming in and just land hits. And you basically get about 3 or 4 free hits depending. The Charge Blade is actually just incredibly helpful against him in general. I keep thinking the shovel is a relic for some reason. I don't know why. It's clearly not. I keep going to the menu like, oh, I need to dig something up. Shovel. And by I always do that, I mean I've only done it like 3 times at most. I don't know why, I think I've done it so many. But that is Mole Knight down. All the Order of No Quarter defeated again. Not so invincible when you look at it that way. But they aren't dead. I don't know how Spectre Knight is holding up Polar Knight like that, Pole Knight. Give us a hand, Shovel Knight. You wouldn't leave us to hang here, would you? You can leave them, and they live. Nothing happens if you leave them here, or save them. So, might as well go ahead and be a nice guy, and save them. See what they have to say. Polar Knight, what's up? I meant what I said. You should still join us. There are substantial inadequacies in my hydraulic actuators. Considerable iteration is warranted. Alright. How invigorating, how uplifting. If all your quests are this much fun, I should go with you. I may not have your strength, but I am still far more clever, so watch out. My defeat is of no concern. The Enchantress cannot be stopped by any mere mortal. I have to hand it to you. You have superior digging technique. We should share notes. No amount of wealth is worth the heartache that awaits you. Good luck, doomed hero. My castle, my luxury, my fiefdoms, my chandeliers! Curse you, Shovel Knight! Although I must say, your armor is resplendent. I can see you've picked up on my style. He'll only say that if you have the ornate plate on, meaning that's the reason I have it here. However, heading to this final level, I'm actually going to go and put the dynamo plate back on. So, or dynamo mail, I should say. So, I'll see you back here when we have that. And by see you back here when we have that, I mean like a little second for you. Let's head to the Tower of Fate. So it starts off with something very reminiscent of a Zelda game, specifically Link to the Past and Link Between Worlds, although I believe Ocarina of Time did it once. You know, not with pots, but actual tiles where it'll just shoot floor tiles at you. They'll follow your location, so it's kind of jump from platform to platform here, and it's pretty easy to avoid. But then, these are actually going to shoot you. Ducking does decrease your hitbox a little bit, I think, but not by much, so it's pretty much a useless dance button. But falling through this black area, you actually want to head left. And this can be a bit tricky, kind of baiting these things up to realize where to jump. It's kind of like the invisible platforms, but you die if you miss. And here we have the last 5 music sheets. And because it's the last 5, a lot of them are going to pop up. I don't know which one is which, but 5 are going to pop up now on which ones they are. There's also a tropical fish here if we need to get a tropple, but actually we do. And they give us an Ico Renewal. Thank God, because I actually didn't go and refill those. They also give us chicken if you somehow got hurt in this. I guess a good amount of tiles that could have hurt you, couldn't they have? So I don't know how long the music sheets are going to pop up. I usually leave things on the screen for about 7 seconds. I feel like that's a good time to leave things up. I don't know. I just kind of found that through Okami and through Shovel Knight editing what I have, that it just kind of works well. But they'll probably be gone by now. I hope so, because it's probably been more than, what, sometimes 5. I'm bad at math. Like 40? That's 45. Yeah. It's probably been 45 seconds. But, with these candles, we now have a straight path to the Enchantress. It's a beautiful night, isn't it? Shield Knight, come with me. Let us leave this place. How pitiful, clinging to false hope, chasing ghosts. So, have you come to slay me, knight? To avenge your beloved? Gaze into my eyes. See how fearful I am. Watch me cower as you draw your blade. I don't need a blade to fight evil. Shield Knight, I know you aren't lost forever. You haven't the slightest hope of defeating me, but I won't stop you from trying. So please, let's dance together into the abyss. Our fight with the Enchantress starts. She'll shoot these projectiles that can reflect back at her. I don't know why she's shooting more. But yeah, you can just reflect those. They do pretty good damage. Well, by pretty good, I mean 1 unit. So you can shoot this fire, and then she will kind of charge at you, and she will end at the lower part, the other part that she charged from. So she starts from the top part, now she's going to be at the lower part. She can destroy the blocks that you're standing on, so you just want to be careful. And this fire actually will regenerate the blocks, so you actually want to kind of manipulate it to restore as much area for the battlefield as possible. And during this phase, I was just kind of chucking, throwing anchors down, kind of hoping you hit her. Because you might land a lucky hit or or something. Or what? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. Oh god! Oh! I am alive! You caught me. If only I had known, I would have come sooner. You know I was still there, even though it seemed hopeless. You never gave up on me, and will never give up on you. I'll follow you to the end of the world. It appears that maybe you have. What's happening? Oh no, when the amulet shattered, the magic within it was released. It's already gathering. It will escape and wreak havoc on everything, unless we stop it. Unless we stop it, we can destroy it for good, here and now. But we're both weak from battle. I've never been more ready. Come on, Shovel Knight, let's fight together, like old times. Now, stay close to me. We have the Enchantress's true form here, the magic within the amulet. Shovel Knight will defend you from attacks, so you do actually want to stay close to her, and not this attack though, which is sad because it's actually one of the most annoying attacks to avoid in the game. Mainly because I'm really bad, but that's that. Shovel Knight will hold up her shield, and you can bounce off of it. You want to follow the direction the Enchantress will move, because then you can land a charge hit on her if you have the Dynamo Mail. And it can be a bit, at least we land a charge hit, it can be a bit weird to land hits because sometimes Shovel Knight will just jump in the air, or Shield Knight, sorry, will jump in the air when it doesn't really make much sense to do so. Alright, good. Generally, the Enchantress will move to the area that has more space, so, you know, it went to the left there, or was like closer to the left side of the screen there, so it moved to the right. But with that, the Enchantress is finished. It's over, Shovel Knight. This place is falling apart. We have to get out of here. Let's go. I know a path. Shield Knight! Black Knight, thank goodness you're here. Shovel Knight is wounded. Take him and get outside. No, I can't leave you behind. How will you escape? This magic is too strong. I can't hold out much longer. Run! You can't deflect it. It will tear you apart. I'm so happy I got to see you both one last time. Shield Knight! Go, take Shovel Knight. Save him. Promise me you'll save him. Right, well that is Shovel Knight. These credits will show the fate, I suppose, of all of the Order of No Quarter and various other characters throughout the game. The Dancing Lady and the village is now dancing with the Troupple King at the Troupple Pond. Very nice. But, yeah, that is Shovel Knight. Really, a fantastic game. If you don't have it, go get it! 15 bucks, the base game honestly might not be worth it for you. If you don't feel it that replayable, if you don't want to go for all the achievements. It's pretty short, you know, 11 parts, not that long compared to the 67, 68 if you use the bonus episode of Okami. But it's incredibly fun. I've replayed it so many times. I've replayed enough to want to do it for this LP. And it has free DLC coming, in Shield Knight being playable, in Plague Knight being playable, and likely more in the future. I can't say enough good about this game. It has a fantastic soundtrack, it looks gorgeous, the levels are fun, the platforming is incredible. It's such a fun game, and I would suggest everyone who's a fan of platformers get this. And if you're not a fan of platformers, if you've never really played a few, rather a lot, get this. It's fun anyway, it might get you into platformers. It really is a fantastic, just kind of entry point into platformers. It's very, very reminiscent of old NES style ones without being way too difficult. It is difficult, your first playthrough. It definitely is hard, but it's not ridiculous by any means. You can definitely get through this, you know, without too much frustration. God, this music. The credits music is definitely one of my favorite, and we have the 4 wandering travelers here. I don't know exactly if they always had to do with each other, but they do now, so that's nice. I guess they're like, hey, we're all wandering, let's join together. I don't believe this credits music is a medley, really, but it is definitely a fantastic song. We got Propeller Knight that's like hanging out with people. I like how the horse even loves him and the man carrying the bag. I love him. So most of the Knights of the Order of No Quarter actually got a pretty good ending, like Tinker Knight here and all. It's just like King Knight and Treasure Knight that didn't. I don't know why. Oh, the Tinker Tank's coming a little toy for children. Oh, I fell. That sucks. Polar Knight doesn't really have a resolution. He kind of does what he does. Stands there, looking ominously at the Aurora Borealis. You can look at things like that ominously. Ominously. That's the word I meant to use. Safe at last. I kept my promise, Shield Knight. Rest well, Shovel Knight. Until we meet again. Feat accomplished! Victory! That means you beat the game. As I said, there are 2 bonus episodes coming up, and we will get to them, but enjoy the credits here, of course, that have the fantastic developers of the game. They did such a good job, such as Kuitaro, Jake Kaufman, of course, the composer. God, he did so good. Nick Wozniak, that's a fantastic fast name, last name. Alexander Hatman, right? These are the guys who made the Wandering Travelers. We got Seizu, Hatman, Best Friends Play, who made Baz, I believe. We got another Wozniak, people related. Production Baby. Aw. Joseph Vasquez. I guess that's a fantastic name. But again, still can't say Mojang. It's a Fuzzy Wuzzy Games. Can't even talk about this game with random credits. Sun Creature Studio, Giant Enemy Labs. Oh god. Okay, right. Well, yeah. Again, fantastic game. Get it if you don't have it already. Really should, because it's not that expensive considering there's free DLC coming, and it's a fantastic game. You'll probably play it like 80 million times. This Shovel Knight is really right up there for things like with things like Mario and Mega Man, in my opinion. It's such a fantastic platform game, and I hope there's more games, at least in the style of Shovel Knight, if not more games with Shovel Knight in general. I would love that. I would really, really love more Shovel Knight games. But we'll see what Yacht Club does in the future. Again, there is DLC coming. There's a lot of Wozniaks. I don't really know why. I guess Wozniak is just a popular guy in the development team, so like everyone worked on it. And of course, the Kickstarter backers are important. Chris and Nugget Kaufman. Oh, okay. Again, you can get this on the Wii U, the PlayStation systems, and the Xbox One. I don't know why it's not on Xbox 360 and 3DS and PC. I don't think there's any specific best version. If I had to say, go for the PS4 or the PlayStation and Xbox versions because they have exclusive content. They were talking, actually, I believe Yacht Club wanted Tingle in the game as a Nintendo exclusive thing. And here's all our stats if you want to see them. I decided not to tally these because I saw how I did on the flying machine and didn't want to. 6 deaths! God damn! That is embarrassing. That is really, really embarrassing. The Tower of Fate, question mark, is the final level. I simply call it Tower of Fate Enchantress because it kind of needed a name. So, yeah. Total haul, 154,700 gold. Not bad. Total gold lost. It's a pretty good ratio, honestly. 4 hours. There is an achievement getting for beating the game, I believe, in an hour and a half. Yeah, we were 3.5 hours above that. But, yeah. But total completion, 100%.